We asked to calculate the sum of all the numbers that are divisible by 7 between 11 and 500. Now, watch out. The first number, watch out, if from 11, between 11 and 500, if we start to add all the numbers, now the first number divisible by 7 between 11 and 500 should be 14, right? Now the next one should be 21, right? Imagine a situation whereby we start um taking the factors, multiples of 11 between what 11 and 500. That's taking the addition. Now this board, I don't think that this board will be enough for it because they are very large. The sum is above 10,000. Now the question asks us we should calculate what the sum of all the numbers that are divisible by 7 between 11 and 500. Now this question is actually coming from arithmetic progression. Does it make sense? AP. Now, sum of terms in an AP is given by x subscript n is equals n over 2 into bracket 2a plus n minus 1d, right? Now, if whenever you want to get sum of terms, you must use the formula that sum of arithmetic words progression. Now, watch out. When I'm having s subscript n is equals n over 2. Now, this n over 2 is equals, it signifies number of terms. This a that you are seeing here signifies first term, and this d signifies what? The common difference. Now, a situation whereby I don't know the number of, that's it, how many numbers that are divisible by what? 7 between 11 and 500. That's a very big problem. Now, for this one having a means what? First term. And I mentioned now that the first number that is divisible by 7 between 11 and 500 is what? 14. That means that our first term is 14. Now, the common difference would definitely be that 7. Reason? Because the first number is 14, the second number will be 21, the third one will be 28, the fourth one has to be 35. Now, 35 minus 28 is 7. 28 minus 21 is 7. 21 minus 14 is 7. So the common difference is what? 7. Does it make sense? Now, if I try to solve anything here, I'm looking for the sum, and I equally don't know the number of terms. Therefore, I will not land anywhere. That means that I must find the number of what? Terms before getting the word sum. Now, this will interest you to know that last term of an AP is also equals a plus n minus 1 what? D. Now, do we know the last number? This thing is the last number that is divisible by what? 7 in this context. Now, the last number that is divisible by what? 7 between 11 and 500. Is 500 divisible? Now, we won't count 500 because they said between 11 and 500. Even if 500 is divisible by 7, we won't count it. You understand? So, we'll be counting numbers that will start from 12 to 499. Now, is 499 divisible by 7? No. 498? No. 497? Yes. Now, it means that the last number that is divisible by 7 between 11 and 500 is what? 497. Does it make sense? Now, watch out. I have the last number, I have the first term, I equally have the common what? Difference. And what am I looking for? I'm looking for the number of terms. Now, the last term, as we all know, is 497 is equals, the first term is what? 14 plus, now the number of terms is what I don't know, minus 1, then the common difference, as I said earlier, is what? 7. So I have 497 is equals 14 plus, now I open the bracket, 7 times n is 7n, 7 times minus 1 is minus 7. Now I have 497 is equals 14 minus 7 is definitely 7. So I'm having 7n plus 7. Doesn't make, because 14 minus 7 is plus 7. Now I'm having collect like terms. This will come over here. I'll be having 497 plus 7 coming over will be minus 7 is equal to 7n. Does it make sense? So 497 minus 7 will be what? 490 is equal to 7n. Now, for me to get the number of terms, I have to divide both sides by 7. Cancel, cancel. Now, 7 here, 1. 7 go to 490 is 70. So it means that the number of terms between what? That is divisible by what? 7 between 11 and 500 is definitely 70. That means if you start from 12 and try to check those numbers that are divisible by 7 and getting to 490, now how many numbers will you count? 70 numbers. Can you imagine? Very big. And you start adding them. That's what the question is saying. Are you there? Now let's proceed. I've gotten the number of terms, right? Now the next thing is for me to get their sum. Now I have that x subscript, the number of terms is what? 70 is equals n over 2. That's 70 over 2 into bracket 2a, that's 2 times a is what? 14. 2 into bracket 14 plus any minus 1, that's any number of terms, 70 minus 1d, that's a common difference. Remember, 7. Does it make sense? So the sum of the 70 terms is equal 70 over 2 is 35 into bracket 2 times 14 is 28 plus 70 minus 1 is 69, right? That's 69 times 7. 7 times 9 is 63, right? 3 carry 6. 7 times 6 is 42 plus 6, 48. So 69 times 7 is 483. So I'm having that sum of the 70 terms is equals 35 into bracket 28 plus 483. I guess that should be 511. Yes. Now I have sum of the 70 terms is equals 35 times 511. 511 times 35. 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 5, 25. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 5, 15, right? Let's add. So bring down 5, 8, 8, 7, 1. So these are answers 17,800 and what? 85. So imagine a situation whereby we start counting, we start adding the numbers that are divisible by 7 between 11 and 500. Now, imagine the time it will take us to get a number that is 17,885. Very large. Does it make sense? So if this video is interesting, please help me by liking, sharing, and commenting. Bye bye.